Hello, everyone. Before we get started with today's Black History Talks, I just wanted to invite you to join Urban Education Mixtape online. You can actually check us out. You can get to the blog where you can find all kinds of information, particularly if you're a parent or a teacher involved in urban education. That is www.urbanedmixtape.com. And I also invite you to check out the Urban Education Mixtape YouTube page. That is Urban Education Mixtape. Type that in the YouTube search. And also, while we are doing the Black History Talks today, we will be in the comment section on both YouTube and on Facebook Live. So if you have any questions while you're watching, any thoughts that come up while you're watching, any comments that you want to put in, go ahead, throw those in the chat. I will be there. I believe our guests will be there as well. And we would love to talk to you, talk back to us. And again, we're going to be looking forward to conversing with you. So without any further ado, Black History Talks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for Black History Talks. I'm Rann Miller of the Urban Education Mixtape. Glad to be with you to discuss some Black history in relation to higher education autonomy concerning Black people. And today I have a wonderful guest, individual that I've known for going on 15 years now, which makes me feel really old. But I know this brother from back in the day. He is prolific with respect to ushering young people from high school to higher education. And now he's engaged in work, not only dealing with young people, but also adults, folks who may not have finished their degree or weren't sure if they wanted to get a degree, but now he's in a position where he can really help folks and usher them from current career to degree, in addition to working with young people. I've seen this brother do it. I've seen him do it with the young people, and I know that he's going to continue to do that work. This brother's name is Khary Golden of Camden U. Brother, appreciate you joining me today for Black History Talks.
My good brother, Rann Miller, I appreciate you so much for sharing your platform with me, providing me some space to one, celebrate Black History Month. That's, my favorite month out of the entire year of the calendar. And thank you so much for providing me an opportunity to come and share some valuable information about this new journey that I'm on, this new leadership journey in founding and establishing Camden U.
Absolutely, man. We're just going to have a good conversation. I don't know how folks, do things with respect to these discussions, but we're going to have just a good conversation. You know how we kick it. I first want to just open the door for you to, talk about, yourself, what you're doing right now, and sort of Camden U and the aim in relation to working with folks getting into higher ed.
Indeed. Appreciate you so much. So Camden U is like nothing that you've ever heard of or experienced before in terms of a higher education experience. It is designed to be fast, flexible, and affordable. That's the name of the game: fast, flexible, and affordable. I'm gonna say it over and over and over until it sinks in. It is designed specifically for working adults. It is designed to take the time constraints out of the higher education experience. There's no classes to attend. That's the primary difference, right? There's no classes to attend, no lectures to attend, not in person or recorded, no classes to attend. There's no testing, okay? No midterms, no finals, no pop quizzes, none of that. There's no testing, just take that out of your mind. And then last but not least, there's no books, no expensive textbooks to purchase, no expensive materials to buy. The program is entirely online, it is entirely virtual, but it is project-based. So you complete projects to earn credits as you work toward earning your degree.
Wow. So how do you sort of get the theory portion to do the projects? I'm guessing that that's relating to whatever curricula is in each course.
So each course is based on a competency. And what you're really doing is you're mastering competencies, which gives an opportunity to provide some really, really deep experiential learning. And all of the projects are based on things that the individuals would be experiencing every day in their workplace, in a corporate setting. Things like PowerPoint presentations, budget analysis, briefs, drafts, letters to bosses, letters to editors, different things that working adults experience every single day in their work life in a project format.
So how many competencies would a person, let's say that they were doing, I don't know, say that they were going back for teaching, how many competencies would they need to accomplish in order to achieve their degree? How does that work?
I'm glad you asked that. So Camden U provides pathways through Southern New Hampshire University. Southern New Hampshire University is the degree granting institution. That's our primary partner. And Camden U ushers Camden adults, working adults, through associate's degrees and bachelor's degrees. You complete 60 projects, you get your associate's degree. You complete 60 additional projects, you get your bachelor's degree. We have offerings in healthcare management, business, and communications. And you kind of alluded to it a little bit. We have a special partnership with the Camden Education Fund, through which we're providing a teacher pathway. We have found that the communications degree that we offer meets all of the core requirements for a liberal arts degree for the State Department of Education. It is perfectly fit for someone who wants to go into teaching, into the classroom to become a certified teacher. And with the generous support of the Camden Education Fund, we are providing Kansas City paraprofessionals, support staff members, anybody that wants to earn their K-6 NJ teaching certification with the chance to do so.
We're gonna have to talk online about that because I got some.
We'll definitely have to talk. You kind of cut to the chase. You cut straight to it. But
I did. I got some ideas on getting some seeing what synergies can be built with around Black educators, but we can talk about that offline.
Indeed.
Talk to me about some of the options that you offer for young people coming out of high school. So you gave the 60 credit piece for the 60 project piece for the associates, another 60 for the bachelors. And I got a couple questions about that, but what do you have in relation to someone who's 16, 17 looking for college? Is Camden U also friendly to that group?
Indeed. So right now, Camden U is focused specifically on working adults. Our core demographic is right around that 25 to 35 year old age range. But I do have students that are as young as 19, 20 years old. I have students that are older than me, 35, 45, 50-year-old students with, children and grandchildren, people who have been in corporate positions for 10, 20, 30 years. I have appointed officials that are students in Camden U. So Camden U truly is for everybody. The focus is on Camden to be authentically Camden and authentically you, but you do not have to live in the city of Camden to take advantage of this amazing opportunity that Camden U offers. You don't have to live in Camden County. You don't even have to live in the state of New Jersey because the program is entirely online, like I told you. However, the focus is Camden. Our physical space, when we do have on, we do not have like a physical space or a temporary space right now. But when we do have one, it will be in the city of Camden and accessible to all Camden residents. And to speak more specifically about the piece of the 16, 17, 18-year-olds, teenagers are my heart. I spent what felt like a lifetime supporting Camden City students through the high school to higher education transition process. And moving into this new position as executive director of Camden U, the focus has changed. However, Camden U is open to everyone. If you have a high school diploma, you are eligible to enroll through Southern New Hampshire University and Camden U.
And yeah, you alluded to something I wanted to ask. Was it open to everyone? So that's good to know. You don't have to be in the city. This is something that anyone can take regardless of where they're at. So that's a
Indeed,
beautiful
indeed.
program. I wanted to ask you, thinking about these things, thinking about how higher education has changed, right? Like before, there was no idea. I remember you and I went to college, in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's like, there's no online option. Online classes were like a new thing. And now you have the opportunity to go to college completely online. I wanted to ask, how do you think this sort of jailbreaks the idea of higher education, particularly for Black people, and looking at your focus of being adults? So let's just assume 25 and older, but I know you're working with 20-year-olds as well. How does this sort of jailbreak the idea of higher ed for Black people when we often look at higher ed as, well, this is great, but what there are loans that are, along those lines that may keep us from going into higher ed spaces, or also higher ed spaces can be somewhat unfriendly to Black people. Also, we don't always get the mentoring, we don't always get the guidance that we need. So how does, online learning and even Camden U, for example, sort of jailbreak that for Black students, Black people?
Indeed. So I first have to speak specifically on just the fact that this program is entirely online. Right now, I'm online, you're online, everybody that's watching this is online. And that is very, very much part in parcel of what it is that life has become. Uh, pandemic learning, distance learning has been a game changer. It has been an entire paradigm shift in education from K to 12, and I got to see that in real time. Um, One of the, I guess, kind of amazing things that we saw coming out of distance learning is that while it truly provided just some incredible obstacles um, for student learning, there was also a small but definitely significant portion of students who excelled. Um, it is not a secret that there's a large portion of workers who excel. There are parents who excel. The term thriving in the pandemic became a thing. It became a hashtag. And not only that, um, students in higher education settings were basically placed at ground zero. Um, those, the U.S. News and World Report rankings that, dictate who's the best this and who's the best that, the $75,000 tuition and the expensive eating clubs and the, expensive, beautifully manicured landscapes on, Ivy League and top tier institutions. Those things literally went out the window when everyone was confined to a laptop. Everyone was learning in literally the same form and fashion. We found out in the pandemic, you could learn anything from anywhere. You could get a degree from any corner of the globe. If there's a will, there's a way. And that's what Camden U was capitalizing on. Camden U is designed to be flexible. Like I said, Camden U is college that will fit your life, not the other way around. So for any working adult that is already dealing with the stressors of life, dealing with a full-time job, a family, different personal and professional obligations, Camden U and Southern New Hampshire University's project-based approach is designed to fit around that. Um, I hope that answered your question, good brother. My bad. I can go.
Nah,
I can go, and
it's
got
all
me
good. So
waxing poetic on higher
nah,
ed and
man,
whatnot.
it's all good. So it sounds like to me that, and correct me if I'm wrong, for Black students, Black people who are working professionals, particularly those people in the pandemic that we coined, what's the word? What was the phrase for it? They were essential workers, those people.
Mm-hmm.
When we're talking about those folks, right? This is an opportunity for them to engage in a different kind of education where it's really dictated on what they're looking to do, their terms, and it's not the traditional kind of education. Because, we worked in schools. We know that, college can be intimidating for some. The kind of classes and things like that, folks might feel a little intimidated by it, or they may not feel like it's for them. It seems like what this affords people to do is the opportunity to sort of craft out what they want to be through doing projects and learning skills. And these skills can be transferable anywhere. You're talking about, presentations, you're talking about budgeting and things of that nature. These things really can be taken in any industry. It's not like they have to do one set thing that a degree says they have to do. So it sounds like you're affording Black people the opportunity, through your work, to really go beyond what their traditional idea of education is or what it says it is, in order to really become, who they want to be career-wise. That's what you're saying.
Well, let me just speak to that piece, because that is literally the mission and vision of Camden U. Trying to widen the pool. That's it. I'm trying to bring more people into the fold. You and I have, we've seen both sides of it. We know what it's like to be, on a college campus and around the best and the brightest, if you will, and whatnot. But there are so many beautifully brilliant minds that are left out of that, right? We know that there are young Black men that look like me and you, that look like the sons that we're raising, right? That don't get a chance. College, just in and of itself, prevents tremendous barriers to Black and brown people, to the traditionally disenfranchised and marginalized, to quote unquote undocumented students. And I say quote unquote because I hate that term, because I don't acknowledge that. I don't understand. I don't, it doesn't register with me for a person to be undocumented. I don't, I just don't even.
As if they don't matter. As if they don't even matter. Yeah.
But yes, college has traditionally left Black and brown folks behind. And everything from literally the geographic barriers, like where colleges are built, to standardized testing, to those the $75,000 tuitions at schools. Like, I don't want to pick on anybody, but but
I know what you're saying. We know
the rapidly rising cost of higher education traditionally blocks Black and brown students from attaining degrees. Camden U is designed to subvert that. Camden U is designed to bring more people into the fold, to take advantage of a high quality higher education experience that caters to their life the same way that the student support services offices at NYU and Stanford and UCLA cater to their students. That is what Camden U will be for the students that enroll through Southern New Hampshire University. You see me out there. I want to be on every single block in the city of Camden by the time this experience is done, because there are so many people that can benefit from Camden U. I'm gonna flip it on you. I'm gonna ask you a question. You probably know the answer because you don't see me ask the question before. But do you know how many Camden City residents between the ages of 25 and 34 hold a college degree in a percentage from 0 to 100%?
I believe it's like, well, let me say this before, just to give the folks context. Camden, New Jersey, roughly 70,000 people. I would say maybe less than half of that young children ages 6 to 17. And you're looking at roughly, we have a different sort of setup in the city of Camden with respect to education, the atmosphere.
You can't ask this question to a classically trained sociologist. Like,
listen, don't have me. Don't put me in that space.
Drawing, I really use this as a gauge to see how what someone's optimism level is for
Yeah.
what's going, how the city of
Well,
Camden is. But
you
I
know,
didn't mean to
listen,
interrupt you, brother. Go ahead.
nah, it's all good. I'm just trying to paint a picture for the watchers if they're unfamiliar with the city. So with education here, the atmosphere, we have traditional public schools. I believe that roughly 6,100 of the students attend those. We also have charter schools, which are also public, but they are not a part of the school district. And we have two different sets of those. You have traditional charter schools, which are more like independent, right? And then you also have your charter schools that are management organizations, your KIPS of the world, masteries, and those sort of things. So I believe between the two, you may have, I think, roughly like around eight to 10,000 kids in there. I could be wrong, but you got to check the math. And then, of course, we do have some private schools, and those are primarily Catholic schools. So just to give that gauge, and then also the demographics of the city, roughly, I'd say about 55% Latinx, and then you have about 45% African American. So just to give folks a context of what we're talking about here, to answer your question, I would say 10%.
Thank you very much. That is the answer. And when I ask that question, I usually ask that question to 16 and 17-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are still on track, right? The ones that still have that chance to make it into those Ivy League institutions. And I get a smattering of different answers across the scope. 50%, 60%, 30%, 25%. But you are absolutely right. It's actually closer to 9.6%.
Okay.
But
Round
I
it up.
use
That's all right.
that to kind of define the problem. And when it comes to what what my target is, everybody's fair game. Because when 9.6% of the residents hold a college degree, that means like you any 100 people that are gathered anywhere, maybe like 10 of them have a degree. That means 90 people in any like gathering, whether it's like at a Camden High game or parking lot somewhere at the transportation center, wherever it is, anywhere in the city of Camden, maybe 10% of those individuals have a college degree. There's variance in that. We understand that statistics can be used to paint any picture it is that you want.
Absolutely.
But by and large, everybody's fair game. When I heard about this program, I thought it was too good to be true because I know so many people that can benefit from it. People in my own family, people that are close to my heart. Yeah. So that statistic is something that it weighs on me. It weighs on me, Rann. I understand what that means for a community to not have the, just the upward social mobility that comes with a college degree. The college going language that, when you've been through it, you speak it. And when you speak it, you speak life into the young people that are around you. And not just that, when you have that institutional knowledge of knowing what it is to go through that and make it through the obstacles to be able to get a degree, you know how to guide someone else. And a lot of times in our community, it's the blind leading the blind. That's what it was in my household because my mom didn't go to college. It was guesswork doing the fashion, going through the verification process and everything like that. A lot of times, for all of the things that we don't know, our sheer willpower to do well and to excel makes up for it. But for those of us who do not have, the proper guidance, who don't have a guidance counselor that'll speak life into them, who don't have that one person that will, create that one interaction that changes things, that turns things around for a young person. That's how you get that 9.6%.
Talk about your work as a Black educator, particularly as a counselor. And you alluded to it a little bit as being that person that can speak life into young people that may or may not be aware of the options that are afforded to them. Talk a little bit about your experiences doing that over time, again, as a Black educator, what that means to you, what that means for students, particularly Black students, and sort of how have you seen your trajectory. And you can talk a little bit about your history, you know, growing up, going to school in Camden and those sort of things. Talk about also how your trajectory to becoming a Black educator sort of influences students, particularly Black students, on their own trajectories of being great.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that question, good brother. So I've worked in the city of Camden for my entire adult life. And Camden is where I find purpose. I grew up in Camden. I went through grade school in Camden. I attended, I was in CHIPS in Camden, and it was the, primary defining like factor and force of my life until I left Camden. When I left Camden, I got a broader picture of what it is that life is and that the world has to offer, but it made me love Camden so much more. And for all of the things that Camden lacks, I love it. And growing up in the city of Camden, I felt protected. I felt like valued as a student. I was, like I said, a student in the CHIPS program, and Camden has like these small pockets of brilliance of people that are fighting the good fight for groups of individuals who can't do it for themselves. People like, children, the lowest, the least, the left out. Organizations like Hope Works and Cathedral. Kid, you know them, you know the places. There are these pockets of brilliance that happen every single day in the city of Camden. The CHIPS program was one of them. I was a student in that program. Everything it is that my mind has become and my drive has been in life, I owe to the experiences I had in the CHIPS program. And all of the twists and turns that had happened in my life after I left Camden, the resilience that I had to be able to make it through some of the obstacles that, a young Black man will inevitably encounter on the road to success. I owe that to Camden. When I left Camden, it was before time. It was before the time when there was a proliferation of choice in the city. Right, you rattled them off, and there are just so many, tremendous options in the city, aside from the two venerable public high schools that have been like, cornerstones of the city. My mom was not prepared to send me to either one of those high schools. She wanted me to be in like a smaller knit environment. I completely understood her choice. She valued safety, right? She valued me being secure. She thought that moving to an affluent suburb and being a poor Black family in a sea of white affluence would keep me safe. In reality, I never fought a single day when I was growing up in the city of Camden. I didn't have to. Nobody expected me to. I wasn't like, it wasn't, that wasn't who I was. So it wasn't anything that anyone ever tried to force on me. And when I left the city of Camden, I felt like I had to fight every single day. I felt like my entire being was under attack at every single moment, from both sides. And like, there's not Um, I don't think there's anything that's unique about my experience, but it made me value the experience that I had in Camden that much more. It is one of the reasons why I decided to go to Morehouse. Because once again, being a poor black kid in a sea of affluence, is not preferable to just, growing up in the city of Camden and literally not knowing that you're poor. That I grew up not knowing that I was poor because everybody looked like me. We all spoke the same language. Like some people's moms might have had a nicer car, some people might have had nicer sneakers, but we all like lived on the same block. We
Yeah.
all went to the same school. So it wasn't like those variances in what it is that we experience in life weren't so glaring until I moved out of the city. I moved out of the city before I went to eighth grade, like I said, and the first chance I got, I decided to surround myself with brilliant black minds, and I went to Morehouse. Um, Nas has a lyric, "I would be Ivy League if America played fair," and I very, very um, much I think about that lyric a lot because I think of all of the young black and brown people out there whose flame gets extinguished before they have a chance to apply to schools like the Stanfords, the Princetons, the UPenns, the Columbias, and the Cornells, right? Not just the ones that don't make it into Harvard because of that 5% acceptance rate and the legacy students and the students that are on the rowing team and all of that they have to compete with. Not just them, but the ones that don't even get a chance. The ones that get labeled, right? The ones that get classified and declassified and classified again without ever having actual support. Um,
Yeah.
I think about those students. It is, like I said, once again, why I have dedicated my life to fighting the good fight. And it is why I eventually um, got into education in the city. It is why I've returned and finished up my degree at Rutgers and started working at Leap Academy. I
Yeah.
started out as a unpaid intern slash volunteer,
I remember. I remember.
and I left as the director of their early college program. 12 years.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, you make me think of another lyric myself. Everything I'm not makes me everything I am. And often when people ask these
Old
questions,
Kanye though. That's
oh,
old, yeah.
old Kanye, that's good
That's old,
Kanye.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm gonna digress from that. I think that I say that just to say, there are a lot of studies, there are a lot of articles, a lot of reports that are out about Black teachers, Black educators, what makes them get into education, what keeps them in education. If any of them leave, why do they leave? And I think that, for a lot of people, they're not aware that for us, education is like a very um, close to the vest vocation. It's not just something that we're quote unquote good at. We're good at it because it's deeper than just going to teach kids, it's deeper than just counseling kids and running programs. It's about working with young people who are just like us. When we see these kids, we see ourselves, we see our friends. And if you had friends, that there are some that made it, there are some that didn't. And you can look at the school system and you can say, what, had the schools been a little bit different, had there been another teacher that was like this, had there been opportunities like that. And I know for me, being an educator is about giving young people the things that I did not have with respect to their education. Just give them something different. My story is a little different from yours, where I'm a Catholic school kid. My parents put me in a Catholic school, K to 12. And those first 8 years, K to 8, I was in the city at St. Joe's Pro Cathedral in East Camden. And I was around kids that looked like me. Once I got to high school, it was different. So sort of like what you went through, but from a Camden, a context of being in Catholic school. And so I remember the teachers, I remember the lessons, the curriculum, the curricula, right? And I remember not getting any of that I do. I'm like, that has influenced who I became as an educator, giving my young people, talking about things, reading certain books, going to certain topics. And so, I want to bring that back to another question for you. And that is sort of, this is a long ranging question, so forgive me for asking it, but where do you see yourself as a Black educator moving forward? Certainly, I know that you're focused on what you're doing here for Camden U, but I can hear the passion in your voice. I know it, I see it, I've watched it. You've come and spoken to my students and things of that nature. Talk about sort of your long range trajectory with respect to, doing more of this work, helping Black people, helping people of color. Talk to me about that, where you see yourself, where you envision yourself long range.
I'm not like that. One, I don't think in those terms.
That's why I know you're not. That's why I asked.
And I very much appreciate you for I guess thinking of me in those terms. And
because see, the people want to know. The people want to hear. They want to hear where you going. They don't want to just.
Oh, look, I know. Look, I hear you. I hear you. I'm very much a proponent. You got to give the people what they want. You got to get the people what they want. So indeed. So I appreciate that question. And in terms of where it is that I see myself right now, and where it is that I see this organization that I've been given the opportunity to lead is becoming a cornerstone of education in the city of Camden. Camden U is a movement with the logistical and the financial and the administrative and the managerial support that I've gotten from the umbrella organization, Trio New College Network. Shout out to my guys, John Gabrielli, Wes Peacock, and Marconi Correa. They have given me the keys to the city, basically. That's how I feel, man. They have given me the opportunity to lead something that is bigger than me. I always say Camden U, not Khary U. So this thing will be representative of the people, representative of the community in every conceivable way. However, right now, Camden U is just me. I am the forward-facing marketing, branding, the recruitment, enrollment, tracking, registering, coaching, all of it. I got the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to build something from the ground up. And Rann, I'm telling you, man, you know me, you know how hard I've worked in the city, for the city, for the children and families of the city, to have the opportunity to be a part of this, to have my hands in the wet cement of what it is that the foundation of Camden U could be, which is to become a viable, not just alternative, but a viable pathway that is viewed right along the same lines as the other higher education institutions in the city. And I got mad love for that. I was an employee of Rutgers for 12 years. Big shout out to the State University of New Jersey. But I want Camden U to be very much at the forefront of the hearts and minds of graduating seniors for generations to come when they think about their options for higher education. Not right now, because I'm focused on working adults. And there's so many working adults in the city that could benefit from this opportunity. First and foremost, individuals, like you said, that we spoke about, who are blocked from blocked from pursuing a degree because they're in default on in their student loans, or can't access higher. They can't access federal financial aid, or because they owe money for transcripts here or there. They just lost track. Um, and Camden U is very, very much designed for them. Now I'm deflecting because I'm not talking about myself. In terms of me, what it is that I am going to do, I'm going to build a team, and that team is going to be the dopest, most energetic, enthusiastic team of game changers that you could ever imagine. They are going to be well compensated and appreciated, and they are going to do God's work as we spread the word of King.
Did we lose you, bro? We might have lost you.
I'm very much like a keep chopping wood kind of guy.
Hold on, brother, real quick. We lost you for a quick minute. Can you repeat what you said about like 20 seconds ago?
Got you. My apologies.
No, it's all good.
So I'm gonna focus on building the team.
Mhm.
And it's gonna be a team of super enthusiastic, energetic game changers that are going to be recruiting, enrolling, and registering students. They're going to be in the community, and they're going to be representative of the community. And I want to use Camden U as a platform to build partnerships, as many partnerships as possible, to bring as many people into the fold. If you see anything coming out of Camden U, it is Camden based. It is Camden focused, Camden centered. It is not just for Camden, but we working from Camden, and we starting it from Camden, and we emanating from there.
Yeah. Couple housekeeping things before we get out of here, because I know we're pressed for time. Talk to me about the time that it will take to complete, say, an associate's as well as the bachelor's degree. Also talk about sort of if you're looking to go into the sort of graduate degree type of place, or are you looking to really just, provide the opportunity for folks to transfer to another school, or be able to go and get their graduate degree elsewhere. And then lastly, cost. What's the cost that young people are looking for? Well, the working adults, I know you talked about, being a good option for folks who may not be able to get student loans anymore, can't access federal loans, may not be able to get into the financial troubles or whatever. So talk about those three things: the loan situation, how long it takes to get the associates and bachelors, and if there are any transfer opportunities after, bachelor's associates.
Indeed. Appreciate you, brother. Fast, flexible, and affordable. I'm gonna come back to that. We're gonna bring that back. Fast, flexible, and affordable. So, this program is designed to put you in the driver's seat of your higher education experience. You want to get your associate's degree in 4 months, or 9 months, or 12 months, or 16 months. You want to finish your bachelor's degree in a year and a half, or 2.5 years, or 3 years, or 4 years. You can do that through Southern New Hampshire University's unique project-based approach. You can complete as many projects as you want to each term. The terms are 16 weeks. And like I said, you have the opportunity to complete as many projects as you want to each term and still get charged one flat rate. Each term is $2,332. Annually, the program is $7,000. It is priced at Pell. Remember that, priced at Pell. If you are eligible for a Pell grant, you will pay basically nothing out of pocket for this program. I also have scholarships that are available for individuals who need financial assistance. We have really great payment plans that you can sign up for. This program, like I said, is designed to meet you where you are: fast, flexible, and affordable. You can complete your degree at the speed that you want to. It is designed for individuals to ideally complete at least one project per week, which will put you at a pace of 16 projects for each term, and that will put you at a pace of 2.5 years for a bachelor's degree. Now, Southern New Hampshire University puts that hard stop there. So they make, you have to get an associate's degree. Once you get that 60 credits, they give you that conferred associate's degree, which gives you the flexibility, right? I said fast, flexible. Here's the flexibility part where you can take that Southern New Hampshire University associate's degree and transfer it wherever it is that you want. So if you would like to complete those first couple of years and save some money, come to Camden U, enroll through Southern New Hampshire University, and then take that degree to Temple, Tennessee, University of Tacoma, Washington, wherever it is that you want to go. You can start at Camden U, and you could go to big places from here.
Yeah. Are you looking to get into graduate level opportunities?
So that's a great question. Southern New Hampshire University does offer postgraduate degrees, graduate degrees and postgrad degrees. However, Camden U right now is focused entirely on associate's degrees and bachelor's degrees. You're trying to get some success stories. I'm talking with my hands now because I got a lot of energy and whatnot. But
that's right.
Right now we focus on the undergraduate portion. Like I said, fast, flexible, and affordable. Any questions it is that you or anybody else has, go to CamdenU.org. It's an easy website to remember. CamdenU.org. CamdenU.org/apply if you want to go straight to the quick questionnaire, which will ping my cell phone as soon as you apply through Camden U. I get a notification. I'll try to get back to you as fast as possible, and we can get the ball rolling. We have a start date coming up February 28th, and then we have 6 unique start dates throughout the year: May, July, August, October, and then again in January.
Okay. I'm actually sharing the screen. I'm pulling it up now. So if you're interested, if you're looking for something different, if you're looking for something new, we have, here we go, about us, how it works, degrees. Let me move this over. And here we have apply now. Let's click apply now. Bam, easy. Streamline
questionnaire
right here. Questionnaire, fill that out. Also, if you're looking to get in contact with this brother, Khary Golden, here we are right here. And his email is right at the bottom. So you can get phone number right there at the bottom, 9 to 5. So that information is right here. If you miss
text me. You can text me.
Okay, can you text at that number?
Yeah, that's not the cell. That's not the cell. I ain't put the cell. If you know me, I'll give you my cell. People that got my cell, they same cell for since I've been in Camden.
Indeed. So hit them up here. Text them this number right here, right? You can get to them, or you can email them right up there. So put right there. Also, we got to apply. And this teacher pathway, I'm just going to throw this in just because this is what I do. If you are interested in becoming an educator, particularly if you are a person of color, if you are Black, looking to get into education, a Black male in particular, only 1.5% of all the teachers in this country, of 3,500,000 teachers, only 1.5% are Black men. We need more Black men in the classroom. If you are interested, you need to check out this teacher pathway. If you are a member of the Latinx community, I'm gonna throw that out there too. Same number for Latinx men, 1.5%. Join this teacher pathway. Teachers are awesome, particularly those who are of color that work with students of color. Not just that, studies show that teachers of color are preferred by white students also. It's a New York University study that was done a couple of years ago, 2016. So, I mean, we need more teachers of color. If you're interested, join this pathway. So I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, Camden U, great opportunities for individuals who are looking to, get back into college, and for Black people in particular, those of us who may have those financial issues, those of us that may have struggled trying to make things work. This seems like an opportunity that can work for you. Again, I use the term jailbreak. This is sort of jailbreaking the system, right? And getting yourself an opportunity to do something different to improve not only your life, but the life of your family, life of your community. Before we get out of here, I want to open the doors up to you, good brother. If there's anything you want to share before we get out, please do. The floor is yours.
First, I got to thank you for giving me the space to, I could be long-winded. I could be just a little bit. People know me.
It's
I could
all
be
good.
a little bit long-winded.
I'm probably more longer than you,
It's
so don't
okay.
even
It's
worry about
okay.
it.
Some of our former students right now is just like they just clapping it up right now.
Yeah.
And I hope that this video can go out to as many people that need to hear it. This is about spreading the word about Camden U, but it's about first and foremost, one, celebrating Black History Month. Big shout out. Thank you, Rann, for giving me the space to do this. I got a lot of energy. Every February I get supercharged. And I just want to do and create and just like build and bring people together. So this has been my first opportunity to do something like this in the spirit of Black History Month. So I'm heartened, and I thank you, my friend Rann, for giving me this opportunity. But also to spread the word about Camden U. This is about uplifting people. I'm trying to get people from point A to point B, from good to great, from where you are to where it is that you could be, with a college degree. I'm trying to raise the sea level, so all boats can get raised. With Camden U, all you need is a high school diploma. That's it. Go to the website, do the quick questionnaire. I will be hiring a team of go-getters, game changers, that will be attacking this problem head on. We're gonna raise that percentage in my lifetime. I promise. That's the name of the game for me, to create a more educated populace in the city of Camden, a more educated community with more opportunities for upward social mobility. And then I just have to thank some of the amazing people that I've met on this journey. This has been life-changing. Life-changing. I did not ask for this. I was not looking to change. I wasn't looking for a new job. I can't even say it in any other way. I wasn't looking for a new job, and I got the opportunity presented to me to do something that is, once again, bigger than me. This is bigger than me. It's more important than me. This is Camden U. Camden U always, not Khary U. So I thank the people that I have met that have supported me on this journey. Some of the sage advice that I've gotten. Shout out to my brother Rann. Shout out to people like Sean Brown that stayed in my ear. He's been a voice that has helped me navigate some pretty difficult spaces in this transition. Shout out to Neha Dean, who's just been an awesome support as I've embarked on this journey. Her thought leadership, John Gabrielli, his thought leadership has just been absolutely tremendous in putting me in the position to do this. A lot of times we get positions like this and we don't really get the keys to it, right? We don't really get the opportunity to make the final decision, and they have given me the opportunity to make the final decision on everything, every single time, from the logo to the color scheme to the name. From literally at every point, they have valued my input in a way that I have never ever been valued before. And John and Neha, thank you for that. And then everybody that every click, every like, every share, anybody that has done anything to support Camden U, even a shout out, just to give me a shout out. That's all I need. Camden U is going to move forward. Thank you to my students, to my first cohort of students. Y'all know who y'all are. And I'm gonna be hitting y'all up because today's a perfect day to get some projects done.
Yeah. What's the social media stuff? Where are you at on social media? So
we on social media. We on Facebook. We on Instagram. At Camden U _NJ. You can check the Camden U Facebook page. It's at Camden U. It's just at Camden U. And you know, check my social medias. I'm bigging it up all the time. Yeah. We not on Twitter yet. I'm gonna get there. We on LinkedIn. Holla at me on LinkedIn.
Indeed. That's right. All right, that sounds good, bro. Listen, man, appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. This was an awesome conversation. This was dope. This was great to just be a part of, man. And definitely my pleasure.
My guy.
Man. Yeah, we'll be chit-chatting. So thank you for joining us, brother. Khary Golden, Camden U Executive Director. Thank you all for watching, for just being with us, rocking with us here for Black History Talks. We hope that your Black History Month has been just as great as ours, and we will see you next time. Again, check out Khary Golden, Camden U. Check out the website. Also, Facebook at Camden U, Instagram at Camden U _ New Jersey. Make sure you check that brother out. If you know someone, have someone apply, help someone, spread the message. And we appreciate you again. Thank you. We'll see you next time.